Enjoying your free time without feeling like you're putting something important off can be difficult. If you are someone who is consistently late, maybe you're a little unorganized, or you're just not that efficient, then this video is going to be dedicated to you. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reese, and in today's video, I think the topic that I'm going to be talking about today has been the one that I have wanted to cover the most since I created my YouTube channel. It is something that I pride myself on, and although it may be simple by nature, it is one of the most useful things I do every single day, which helps reduce stress and keeps me organized. Let's jump in. I'm just kidding. I'm not Andre Jake, I'm not doing that. He is a smart and funny dude though, and I do like his content. You should check him out if you're interested after this video. I'm going to say that there would be some people out there who wouldn't believe me if I told them that having time management skills and organization skills feeds directly into someone's ability to both save money and control their spending versus someone who doesn't have those skills. Organization and time management is the key to so many benefits, and it is much easier to implement into your daily life than you might think. The topic that I'm discussing today is the practice of preparing vigorously, and I came across it in this book here called Eat That Frog, written by Tracy. It's funny seeing this topic being contextualized in a book and actually coming across it after you've realized that you've been doing it since you were a young teenager. My dad had some pretty strict rules around the house, which instilled some pretty good ground rules for me and my sister, which we've carried forward into our older years. And it kind of needs to be said. It's something that I'm grateful for having from such a young age, because I, now being a little bit older, have only seen the benefits continue to grow. So thanks, Dad, for kind of being one of the main influences into why I'm like this. Anyway, like I said, I recently came across it in this book right here, and I think it is something worth talking about in a video. So here we are. If you wanted to pick up a copy of the book, I have left a link to it in the description down below. Feel free to go check that out if you're interested. So there are a few scenarios where planning vigorously is effective, and I'm going to go through them kind of in the next little segment of the video. The first one I want to talk about is preparing before beginning a daily task. Let's use getting ready in the morning. I mostly work from home, but every now and then I have to go into the office, and I want to emphasize this for context. I am absolutely not a morning person. So the night before, I do some preparation to make that transition from my comfortable bed into the office that much easier. I'll put my outfit and fresh clothes out by the shower ready to go for the next day. I'll decide what I'm going to eat for breakfast, and I'll basically do any preparation I possibly can based on what I'm going to have that next morning. I'll pack my work bag and my gym bag and leave my keys with them so that in the morning I have to physically go and grab those keys where the things that I need to take to work are, so I do not forget anything before I commute to work. I'll make sure things like my phone, my laptop, and my headphones are all fully charged so that I don't have to worry about them going dead or them basically hindering me from being able to do my job. I might need to take a phone call, but I might not be able to answer with my phone and hold it to my head at the time. So having my headphones is really good because I can talk through the microphone. I might literally, I need my phone. I need to contact people all day long. My job is very communication heavy. So having that without having to worry about it dying is a big deal. And my laptop is the thing that I use to do my job. It is the most important piece of equipment throughout my job. The point is just having that fully charged is a big deal. It's something that I know people who won't put their phone on charge overnight, and then it'll be on like 20% when they wake up and they go, my phone's going to die. I don't know if I'm going to get to work or if I'm going to be able to take a call. I might not be able to charge it if I'm in a specific type of meeting, what have you. The point is just doing that little bit of preparation can go a long way. On top of this, to free up some free time after a day in the office, because it's a little bit more stressful when I'm not getting up a little bit later because I don't have to commute, etc. I'll tidy up my house the night before. Anything that needs to be organized, anything that needs to be tidied, I'm thinking really far ahead now so that when I get home, there won't be an abundance of kind of mundane or boring jobs that I need to tackle. I can kind of kick my shoes off and just relax if I want to, or I can go on and do whatever I want to do, whether it be my hobbies, whether it be just spending free time catching up with my partner. There's not things lingering in the background that might be low priority tasks, but they're still things that would be on my mind. I'm removing them from the equation. Now you might say one of two things. You might say that these are really, really simple steps, and you might say that lots of people do these already. You're probably right. Most organized and time efficient people would definitely do some array of these activities before, let's say, going to work as part of the morning routine example I'm talking about. The point that I'm trying to get at is that regardless of if you do this or you don't do this, this is an effective way to prepare in advance, and the effects from it compound. They actually will carry you forward to the next day, where instead of you waking up and going, all of my devices are dead, I have no idea what I'm going to eat, so I'm going to be late to work. I literally can't be bothered getting out of bed because I have to figure out what I'm going to wear. And when I get home tonight, I have so many jobs to do, I may as well just stay at work late, versus having the freedom of going, everything's in place. I literally get up out of bed, walk to location XYZ, and I'm good to go. I know what to do. Start with a shower, go have breakfast. My house is clean. I don't have to worry about cleaning it later. Off to work I go. My day begins. And there's a flow-on effect from this too. Because I do this, I can go to work a little bit earlier. I have the luxury of being able to start and finish a little bit earlier if I choose to. And so I can get to work a little bit earlier. I can avoid a little bit more traffic. I can get home a little bit sooner to focus on things that are not necessarily my job, but things that I'm pursuing, hobbies, whatever it may be. The point is that it frees up more time, and it gives me access to basically utilize the best pocket of time to travel so that I'm not stuck in traffic pulling my hair out. And that expression, pulling my hair out, translates to me reducing my stress levels from this small amount of pre-planning the night before for this very specific example. The next level that I want to talk about when it comes to preparing vigorously is how preparing affects my motivation to tackle big underlying tasks that might not be the simplest thing to tackle. They might be a little bit stressful. I might be a little bit anxious about starting. It's the type of thing that if my mind is at ease, it makes the process of tackling these tasks so much easier. So this works in two ways. The first is by getting smaller underlying tasks out of the way so that when I get to the point where I can tackle this more difficult challenge, I can fully immerse myself in it and produce the best quality of whatever it is that I'm doing. An example would be the small underlying tasks to get out of the way would be to tidy up the house. That's preparing in advance. What's the flow-on effect? I need to film a YouTube video and I haven't got my mind elsewhere. I can focus on filming this video and making it as good as it possibly can be. And the second aspect to this feeds into the motivation about how I'm going to tackle this challenge. When I sat in this seat, I was not worried about a single thing in my surroundings. I have everything I need right here ready to go. I don't have to think about setting something else up. My lights are here. I've got my prop. My camera's ready to go. I've got the spare battery if I need it. The point is that I am fully in it. I've sat down and I don't have to focus or worry about anything else. The preparation that went into this took no time at all, but I have confidence that I have got everything I need to do this effectively. Now there's one more level to preparing vigorously. It's the third level, and this is where you might think I may be going a little bit overboard. And if that's how you feel, fair enough. But I personally believe that this works effectively for me. It's something I'm really happy doing, and it's something that has carried me forward since I started doing it a long time ago. I will do things like pay a bill in advance when I have the ability to do so. A good example is my private health insurance. My private health insurance premiums go up every single year, and I make sure to extend that payment period before premiums go up for as long as I possibly can, which in my instance, it's 14 months ahead. This does one major thing in particular, or kind of two. The first is that I save a little bit of money because I'm not getting caught out to pay my premiums that much sooner. But the most important thing is it stops bills from creeping up on me because I'm paying so far in advance that realistically I have plenty of time to prepare for when it's going to come next. And I do this with as many of, like, for example, my bills as possible, like my gym membership and things like that. And I don't really have to worry about it. When I pay for them, I've got the money to pay for them, and then I can kind of set and forget. I might be saving a portion of my wage to make sure that when the time comes, I can absolutely continue to pay those bills and keep that going. But the peace of mind of knowing that it's not creeping up on me, I've got months ahead. I can call 6 months in advance and say, please extend it again to 14 months for my private health insurance. It's a really, really safe and comfortable feeling. Now, I mentioned at the start of the video that these skills, being time management and organization, tie directly into someone's ability to save money and control spending. Let me address exactly what I mean by this. Essentially, people who plan in advance will have the foresight that, hey, I probably need to draft up a budget. This will then give them control over their finances. They will know where their expenditure is going, what they need to spend their money on, and how they need to save money to ensure that they have enough money to do what they need to do to survive. This in turn will then result in them building a system or a process which allows them to take ownership and control of their finances, which then goes another level down the rabbit hole because these people who are now in control of their finances understand where their money's going. It will basically teach them discipline. They will be able to learn some new skills which allow them to make sure that they're not wasting money unnecessarily. It's not always about saving money, but for the majority of your days, most people are trying to achieve a financial goal of some sort, and realistically, having this control is only going to feed into that person's ability to succeed or accomplish whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. The key takeaway from today's video, although it might be super simple to understand from a conceptual point of view, is that preparing in advance will help you avoid putting off the things that you need to do. I'm so pointy today, but I am passionate about this topic. It is single-handedly the most useful thing I do on a day-to-day basis. And it is probably the easiest thing I do on a day-to-day basis. Not much thought has to go into it. It has become a way of my life. Like, it has become part of my life. I do it without thinking about it. And the outcome is I run a pretty neat and tidy household, a pretty neat and tidy car that doesn't really have any issues because I check things like the oil and stuff. I can go on a tangent. You get the point. Everything is clean. Everything is up to date. Everything is maintained. I am able to apply the same with my finances where I have what I need to survive plus a little bit extra for some fun. This will be dependent on different people's scenarios, of course. The underlying point is that having this as part of your work ethic, having this as part of what you do on a day-to-day basis, 100% will give you benefits in many different ways. And I can only encourage you give it a go because you have nothing to lose at the end of the day by giving this a go. Preparing vigorously, prepare in advance. Pretty simple concept. Give it a go, see what happens. Overall, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it was insightful and I hope you learned something. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. I really do appreciate the support. It does go a long way. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you for giving me your time today. With that being said, I hope you have a good day, a good week, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.